Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got bullish news to share with you guys. We're seeing more demand from institutional investors for Bitcoin. Ethereum, it tops $1,150, and Stellar has been chosen to be the Ukraine's platform to build their CBDC. Before we get into it, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment below and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, tomorrow morning I will have my interview with Greg Kidd live where we talk about the Ripple XRP lawsuit situation. Now remember, Greg was an early investor at Ripple. He even worked at Ripple and he owns XRP. So you don't want to miss this one. I ask him a lot of questions that you guys posted and tweeted at me to ask him. So it's definitely a must watch. So be sure to hit that notification bell. So guys, Bitcoin, after topping $34,000, saw a correction. It even dropped to about near $28,000 this morning. Healthy corrections, as I've been talking about, right? If you've been a subscriber of this channel, I've been telling you guys, we were due for a correction where nothing goes up in a straight line. A correction, we move sideways, build some support levels, and keep working our way up. If you have a continual line up, that is not healthy, and that's the much greater, harder the correction is going to be once it crashes, right? But this is healthy, just like the red candles on the way up from 15 to 20,000, and then 20,000 and 25,000, and so on and so forth. You guys know how this works. Market cycles. So always keep that in the back of your mind. Zoom out when in doubt, right? To get an understanding of where we came from and where we're going. We've already blasted through the old all-time highs. The stock to flow model is predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price at the peak of the parabolic run-up. And we are certainly close to 40,000. We're not far away. We're $9,000 away. So we could see $40,000 by next week, and possibly $50,000 by the end of the month. Something that you should, of course, be aware of. This is not the retail FOMO. That's going to be the icing on the cake. This is coming from institutional investors. And one such institutional investor is Mike Novogratz, billionaire Mike Novogratz. He, of course, runs Galaxy Digital, and he said institutions are pouring in. He went on CNBC and talked about it this morning, and let me play the clip for you here so you can hear it from him.
It's a very volatile morning this morning for Bitcoin, just crashing a few hours ago, down 15% at one point. Right now, though, it's trading down 7.5%. This, of course, follows past weekend's new record of about $35,000 per coin. Joining us right now to make some sense of what has been a wild ride, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz. Happy New Year to you, Mike. Help us understand what you think is happening here, and less about the quick drops. I'd love to hear your thoughts there, but maybe also the quick ascension. Even when we think about what was going on New Year's Eve, getting to 30K. How much of that do you think is retail money? How much do you think that is institutional money?
Listen, I think, one thing you learn is that Bitcoin doesn't take holidays. You'd like to have a Saturday or Sunday off every once in a while, but no rest for the Bitcoiners. Listen, we took out 20,000, which was a big deal only 2-3 weeks ago, which created this sense of inevitability in the market. Institutions are pouring in. I can't hire people fast enough to cover all the demand we have for different institutions that want to get involved. And there's very little supply. So you have this amazing demand supply imbalance. I think a lot of the weekend stuff was the retail Bitcoiners getting in, trying to front run the beginning of this year. You see it almost always, the last year's story gets played out in the first few weeks of January. You're going to see it in the equity markets and in the currency markets. And it just got exaggerated in the crypto markets.
So guys, notice what he said. He can't hire people enough to keep up with the demand from institutions. That's very bullish, right? And of course, he talked about the crypto market does not close on weekends like the stock market. It is a 24/7 thing, global, and that's what's going to make it the largest the largest asset class ever, because it's global and it runs 24/7, guys. And it's going to include things outside of just crypto and digital assets, but tokenized securities and commodities. So it's going to be very big. I don't think people even recognize what's going to happen with the tokenization. You're going to have real estate, artwork, rare cars, old cars that are worth a lot of money get tokenized, a lot of different things. So a lot of it's going to fall under the umbrella of the crypto market. And very bullish to hear that these big players are coming in. And take a look at this. This is more confirmation of the big players coming in. Anthony Scaramucci. Many of you may know him or recognize him. He, of course, served under the Trump administration not a long time. And I think he was the press secretary at one point, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, he was successful before that. He's the founder of Skybridge Capital, an investment firm, and as well as Salt. And look what he tweeted to his near 1 million followers. Introducing the Skybridge Bitcoin Fund, a new institutional grade product to invest in Bitcoin. Notice the keyword there, institutional, not retail. These guys are going after the whales. They're going after the wealthy individuals in this country and around the world to invest in Bitcoin. So he tweeted this last night. So very bullish. I hope you see what's taking place here. These are the facts. And something else that's very insightful and brings some perspective as to how this market has grown from a nascent market to now being one of the, what Paul Tudor Jones would call the fastest horse in the race. The Financial Times has put Bitcoin on the front cover here. Now, this is not the first time they've done it, but look how the narrative has changed. Back in, let's see, I think this was, if I'm not mistaken, let's see if I can zoom in here and get it. This was in 2013. They said Bitcoin coining it, buying frenzy sends virtual currency on the way to becoming the next bubble. Now, fast forward to, I think this is the most recent, and I apologize guys, I can't really zoom in here, won't let me, but this is 2021, and it's saying here, high flyer Bitcoin value tops $30,000. And they're showing the respective $34,000 price point on the chart here. And some of the things they highlight is integrated into the financial system. See what's happening here, my friends? The narrative has changed. There was a 180. That's why all the banks, hedge funds, pensions, insurance companies like your Mass Mutuals are all pouring in cash into Bitcoin. And something else that's bullish, Bitcoin mining machine shortage worsens as Bitmain sells out through August. So you have a lot of players buying up a lot of mining equipment, and we're seeing some of the biggest mining farms being built here in the United States, and a lot of the mining power will be fought after. I've talked about it on this channel for years. There's going to be a global macroeconomic battle for the control of Bitcoin's hash rate. Right now, because the mining pool in China, there's about just over 50% of it's controlled in China. Now, there's the mining farms being built in the United States. So I think over time, you'll see that mining control be more decentralized, so to speak. So this is a bullish sign. And we know the likes of Fidelity have been mining for a long time. Big things are ahead, and these are facts that point to where we're headed, right? That the fact that the mining machines are being bought up because folks know higher prices are coming. And of course, Ethereum is just going crazy. Looks like we're having a bit of an alt season maybe, but we'll see how it plays out. But Ethereum, I have it in my portfolio. It hit that $1,150, looking really, really bullish. And we'll see how high it continues to go. I personally think, Bitcoin hits 40,000 soon, maybe in the next week and a half or so. Ethereum could break through its old all-time high of like $1,400. And I think personally, not financial advice, that Ethereum could hit $10,000 at the peak of the parabolic run-up. So definitely something to keep your eye out on. Now, some bullish news if you're holding Stellar Lumens, and I do have some Stellar Lumens in my portfolio, but not much, to be quite frank. But the Ukraine government picks Stellar Development Foundation to help build national digital currency. Ukraine's government has chosen the Stellar blockchain network as a platform to build a CBDC. So we've been talking about this. Different countries will pick different blockchains to essentially build their digital currencies on, and this is going to be the way it's going to move forward. It's going to be private and public blockchains, and this is a great adoption here for Stellar. Now, I personally, this is just me, still need to see more from the Stellar network. There haven't been much adoption. There was the IBM news from a while back. That didn't really seem to go anywhere. Look, I've interviewed the COO of Algorand, and the Marshall Islands are building their CBDC on Algorand, right? And Algorand has been making a lot more moves and partnerships and so forth. But don't get me wrong, that's not to say Stellar can't get there. But right now, I'm not seeing that much. Like I said, I have some Lumens, but I don't have a large position. Maybe some of you guys do as well, or you have a large position, I should say. Finally, we knew it was coming. The IRS to transition from education to enforcement, says former division chief. Of course, guys, this is not, the tax man's going to come for the money, right? So this is why you're seeing a lot of the regulations that are going to be coming soon. You see Mnuchin trying to put out the wallet regulations. I think this SEC going after Ripple was part of it too. They're just trying to shake out people. They're also trying to position the market for the big players, right? Like your Paul Tudor Joneses and so forth. The big money's here. The crypto market's here to stay. Once the big money's here, nothing's going to happen to it, right? Because when the government does something and we lose money, they don't care. But if they do that to the wealthy individuals, which give them campaign donations, you guys know how it works, right? They can't do that. If they try to do that to a Fidelity, a Paul Tudor Jones, these hedge fund managers, they're gonna be in trouble, right? Because money talks, my friends. But one thing's for sure, we are the early adopters. We are on the side of smart money. We are here early, and we have the potential to make significant returns. So guys, what do you think of this news? Do you think we could see a $40,000 Bitcoin next week, and even Ethereum breaking through its old all-time high? Definitely let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Also, what do you think about this Stellar news? Do you hold Stellar Lumens in your portfolio? And do you think this is bullish? Definitely let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later.